So, PJ, in the book, you speak about creating milestones to have a successful business. And if you skip those milestones, the business could eventually suffer. Can you elaborate a little bit more on milestones and the difference between something that's one and something that's not?
Businesses have to focus on structural building, not just the surface of what matters. So in other words, what most people build in a business is basically broken down into pivots like how much money do we make? How many units do we sell? And their milestones are usually sales related. But revenue is the byproduct of other milestones, such as, marketing milestones, or reach for an ad. These are the things people aren't talking about. Meaning, like, if you do an advertisement and your first advertisement reaches 1,000 people, but your milestone is to reach 500,000 people per ad. Did you build that system or structure that allows you to get to having 500,000 views per ad? This is important because that directly correlates to your capacity for controlling revenue in your business, rather than allowing your revenue to be kind of randomized in the manner of like, oh, well, we just made more money because people discovered us. But rather milestones in how much press are you generating? Have you done at least maybe 50 interviews this year? Or reach a certain level of social media organically or paid social media reach, and so on and so forth. So a lot of times when we look at success, we only look at the revenue and don't look at the activities or the correlation of the milestones outside of the revenue pool that lead to increased revenue the following year. So a lot of times when we win, we kind of look back and say, what did we do to win? Can we keep doing it? Instead of saying, which direction were we taking? How did that translate to this victory? And how do we keep going in that direction? Or do we establish new directions to help us sustain kind of a continuous path to growth rather than just a one time? I mean, I always correlate building a business to building a house. You want to build enough structural foundation that if a hurricane comes, even if it knocks off a few bricks off the top, it's not breaking down the foundation you've already built. It's not flooding the core concept, and it's allowing you to add more bricks, even if a few fall down. If your foundation is weak, then the hurricane will knock it off and will make you start over each and every time. And so the goal is to get to that level as fast as possible so the structural foundation of your business is solid, regardless of what happens to your revenue. So even if you lose a little bit of revenue at a time, you still have a sustainable foundation to keep growing from.